We've heard today, I've heard very hair-raising and startling, unsubstantiatable claims of stratospheric proportions. That President HH wants to commence constitutional amendments because he wants to do away with 50% plus 1. He wants to change term limit from 5 to 7. Those are statements coming from Emmanuel Mwamba. Emmanuel Mwamba, I've told the nation, is our #1 national asset in terms of propaganda and lies.
What's up? My name is Ken Dumbo, the MC with the sauce. Don't forget to subscribe to Jake.
Well, you see me wherever I am, I'm an office. And so even if it is a workshop of PROs and principal officers, I take the opportunity to respond to national issues. And so, I have heard calls from my brother, Mr. Harry Kalaba, who has said that in Zambia, there is no constitutional crisis. There is a leadership crisis, and therefore there is no need to amend the constitution. And I want to indicate to Mr. Harry Kalaba that let us stop doing cheap politics, because we have a country to lead and hand over to the next generation better than we found it. The Constitution, being the grand norm of fundamental law of the land, determines how fluent or eloquent you run governance for the people. And so if it has glitches, it means you may want to do certain things, but you can't, because when you're in public office, your mandate is delineated and delimited such that you must operate from within permissive precincts. And so, when you have members of parliament not sitting in local authorities, but the people elected them to represent them on two major fronts, to represent them in terms of their land and the people. And the local authority sits to make decisions, including that of CDF, including that of giving plots. And a member of parliament doesn't sit in that council, but if things go wrong, the people know a member of parliament to be the one who is blamable. It becomes absolutely essential that a member of parliament should go back to the local authority to participate in local decision making, because that is the kernel of leadership. Yes, we go to parliament, but the decisions that are made by a council are crucial. Number two, if you are going to have constituencies that are so vast that a member of parliament finds it so difficult to reach out, governance becomes an impossible mission. And that is why at parliament, the attrition rate of parliamentarians stands at 75%, because members of parliament fail to visit their electorates because the constituencies are too big. So to say, let us delimit some of the constituencies, I think is a good idea. President HH in the opposition, just like in his first first address to Parliament said that unnecessary by-elections are an unnecessary cost to the taxpayer. We want to amend the law to do away with by-elections so that that money can be put in the enhanced CDF so that we take goods and services to the people and not everyday electioneering. An election should be held once every 5 years. Citizens don't benefit from an election, a by-election. No. If you look at the by-elections we had recently, Petaoke, Pambashi, Kawambwa, look at the money that ECZ, taxpayers' money, that was spent. And consider if that money was used for development, we'll be taking the nation to the next level. Those are some of the issues. So to say that there is no constitutional crisis, indeed, there is no constitutional crisis, but there is need to refine the Constitution to make better the governance of our country. And I also want to repudiate Mr. Kalaba's assertion that there is a leadership crisis. There is no leadership crisis in Zambia if President HH promised free education and he has delivered. He promised retention of meal allowances to students at public universities, he has delivered. He promised to clear a queue of retirees, many of them had not been paid for decades, he has delivered. He promised to resuscitate the mines, he has delivered, including mines that were closed like Kalengwa mine for 45 years. Shaft 23, for 23 years. Bali has fixed it. Those who are saying, what is fixing? He has fixed it. Kabwe Mulungushi Textiles. Right now they are putting new technology, machinery. He has fixed it. He promised debt restructuring, which our colleagues before, just like free education said, was an impossible endeavor. He has delivered. For those of you who have the opportunity to travel out of the country, when people hear that you are a Zambian, it feels good because we are respected internationally. Because in 2 years running, Zambia is getting from the Mo Ibrahim internationally recognized reputable institute that Zambia is leading on the continent in terms of uplifting the livelihoods of its people. And in terms of the Afrobarometer, issue 78, Zambia is leading in terms of democratic governance. Okay, for me, that's a country I wanted. So if some people just want politics for games, I think that we need a country with a leadership that can deliver to its people in accordance with the electoral commitments and promises and also the people's expectations. President HH has delivered. This, we are just almost getting out of the most grueling drought, the worst in living memory. From COVID to cholera, from cholera to Jirara, drought. Yes, cost of living is still biting. But out there is no Zambian who has cooked poisonous tubers because of hunger this year, even when this has been the worst drought. So for me, even if someone says because I'm chief government spokesperson. I'm a citizen. And so when you have a president who is delivering, you must support the same way. PROs must deliver so that we support them. We've heard today, I've heard very hair-raising and startling, unsubstantiatable claims of stratospheric proportions. That President HH wants to commence constitutional amendments because he wants to do away with 50% plus 1. He wants to change term limit from 5 to 7. Those are statements coming from Emmanuel Mwamba. Emmanuel Mwamba, I've told the nation, is our #1 national asset in terms of propaganda and lies. I was saying, if there was an Africa Cup or World Cup of liars, would have taken Emmanuel Mwamba and we are going to come back with a trophy. President HH has no such intentions. President HH is a noble man. This is a president who has worked for 3 years plus and is not getting a salary. He says, I want to give back to community that made me who I am. So, when the right things are done, as citizens, let's learn to support. Because President HH will not be president forever. But we must help him run his stagger better, just like in a relay. When you run your stagger better and hand over the baton, it's up to the one who takes it also to run better. Then you come back with a gold medal at the Olympics. Our gold medal Olympics is a good economy, good governance, peace and unity, no cadarism. Dear colleagues, thank you so much. We officially open this up.
Thanks for tuning in to JCOO News. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest updates on tech, politics, and everything in between. Until next time, stay cool.